everything you need to know about App Store optimization, otherwise known as ASO. So what is App Store optimization exactly? And in order to understand what App Store optimization is, we need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture of how the whole app economy functions. And so what I've done is I've created a bit of a image or a graphic here for you to get a better idea of what App Store optimization is and where it fits in the overall picture of the app economy. So here's the bigger picture. So first we have, you can see down in the bottom left, the red circle, that's App Store optimization. And I'll go into details about all what makes up App Store optimization shortly. But for now, it fits inside this 4-circle graphic here. And the first image, the yellow circle, is actually everything starts with app creation optimization. And that's where you would come up with an idea and validate the idea, refine it, and then create a great and desirable app. And that's actually more important, or the first step in creating something that is successful, creating an app that is successful. So the creation part comes first and foremost before anything else. Then there's also in-app optimization. So inside an app, you may have certain promotions or advertisements, certain features you could add in, or notifications, or a way that you can incentivize people to do something. And all of those help with your app marketing efforts. So that's another aspect of this app creation. And then down below in the green circle, there's external optimization. So this is all the marketing and any type of promotion that you would do outside of the App Store. And so examples of this may be like videos that you might promote on YouTube or other video sites, creating press releases, building websites to promote the app, having reviews throughout the web, maybe bloggers that are reviewing your app, social media, things like Twitter or Facebook, where you're promoting your app, local advertising, and then there's also paid advertising, and I'm sure there's others as well. I just sort of put in others. But basically, this is where it's optimization that's done outside of the App Store. I labeled as external optimization. And then lastly, of course, there's, as I pointed out before, there's App Store optimization. And this is all the promotion and marketing that you would do inside of either the Google Play Store or the iOS App Store. And each store gives you certain aspects that you can tweak and modify to help optimize your listing. And so I've listed most of them out here, all the important ones anyways, which is the title, the keywords, category, reviews, localization, the app icon, screenshots, video, description, pricing, and on the Android side, you can see the little Android logo. Google Plus has a big influence on your ranking in the Google Play Store. So all in all, these are the 4 main aspects of any type of app creation and promotion and marketing. And so I just wanted to give you the big picture that there's more to marketing your app than just ASO on its own. But ASO is really important, and I'm going to point out why right now. So there's actually 3 different steps in the process that you would go through to get an app produced and promoted and marketed well. And so the first step is app creation. The second step is app discovery. And the third step is app usage. And so this is the process that you would go through, as well as you would want prospective users to go through. So for example, the first step is app creation, and that's that yellow circle. And that's where you would be creating a great and desirable app. But after you've created the app and you submit it into the App Store, then you want your prospective users to discover your app. And that's where your different marketing efforts will come in. And so for app discovery, I've drawn out arrows here of different ways that you can different methods you can take to help others discover your app. And so you can do in-app optimization for promotions. You can do external optimization, and also the ASO, the App Store optimization. And in between the App Store optimization and external optimization, there's also a launch strategy, which can be very beneficial or critical in how many people notice your app when you first launch it. And so that's the app discovery phase. And those are all aspects that you can do. Wherever those arrows are pointing, those are all different things that you can do to have people discover your app. The third thing is app usage. So once people have discovered your app, you want them to download your app to be able to say, hey, this app looks interesting, I want to download it. And so you want to encourage people to use your app. And that's the third step or stage in this process. And so I've pointed out the different things that you can do to convince users to download your app and try it out and see if they like it. And so all of that revolves around your App Store listing. And so you can see between number 2, app discovery, and number 3, app usage, it all, the red circle, App Store optimization, is really important because everything in App Store optimization is influenced by app discovery and app usage. And so that's why App Store optimization is so important. But also keep in mind that there's also many other aspects that you can work on that can help with the marketing and promotional efforts for your app. So within App Store optimization, this is the red circle that you saw on the previous slide. There are all those things that you can do and tweak to improve your store optimization. And this is sort of a simplified list of what you can do. So I want to point out that there's actually 2 subcategories within App Store optimization. And those categories are, on the left, it's search ranking, and on the right, there's human interest. And there's certain things that specifically influence search ranking, and there's other things that specifically influence human interest. And so for search ranking, there's keywords, which strictly influence search ranking. It has nothing to do with human interest. In fact, people don't see what keywords you've targeted, and that's specific for iOS. But we'll talk about how keywords are also important for Google Play as well, the Google Play Store. And then on the right-hand side, there's human interest. So there's specific things that influence what makes a person interested in your app. And those things are your app icon, your screenshots, and your description. And so when someone sees your app icon, they may be interested, so they click on your listing, and then they see your screenshots, and they're like, oh, this looks really interesting. And they may read your description. So those things are specific just to interest humans to download your app. And they have very little to do with how Google Play or the Apple App Store ranks your app. And then in the middle of these two, there's certain elements that actually influence both human interest as well as search ranking. And those things are listed in the middle here. And that's the title, the category, the reviews, localization, video, pricing. And the last two are specific to the Google Play Store. And for Android apps, it's the description and Google Plus ratings. And so I'll go into more detail about how those are specific to Google Play in future videos. But for now, I just want to really point out that in App Store optimization, you're really focusing on two separate things. And it's really helpful to be able to really realize that there's two different goals that we're trying to achieve here. And the first goal is we're trying to achieve a good search ranking. And the second goal is we're trying to make sure that when people see our app icon or our title, that we're also enticing them to look more into our app and also to download it. And so these are the factors that influence both of those types of things. And hopefully this slide gives you a great idea of how and what influences those two categories.